What is up guys, Key here. Today I got another tutorial for you. It is 3 tips on vocal recording in FL Studio 20. These are all 3 tips that I wish I knew when I first started recording in FL Studio, so I'm hoping that this will help you. I do want to thank DistroKid for sponsoring this video today. If you guys don't know what DistroKid is, let me break it down for you. So DistroKid allows you, the artist, to upload music into platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and much more. I personally use DistroKid to get my songs on all streaming platforms, and it's insanely easy to do so. They always drop new features too to make sure that you're getting like the best outcome for all your songs. For example, I love the new synced lyrics feature that allows you to upload your song on Instagram while it scrolls through your lyrics with perfect timing of the song.
I can't even lie at all, but you did.
It just adds a nice touch for your listeners and supporters. This is just one of many features that DistroKid offers. If you're interested in knowing more, feel free to click the link in the description, and you can also save 7% when you sign up using my link. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is zero latency recording. I know I get a lot of comments saying like, how come every time I record, there's always that latency buffer. The buffer size is like crazy high. Every time I record, I have to nudge it over to the left just to make sure the vocals are lined up with the beat. I'm going to help alleviate that pain. Now, the only catch to this is that you do need somewhat of a nice computer. What I mean by that is you need at least an i5 processor or better, but who knows, maybe you have an i3 processor and this works for you. Then that's great. So the first thing that you want to do is go to Options, Audio Settings. When we go to the audio settings, of course, you want to select the device that your audio interface is. For me, it's going to be the Universal Audio Thunderbolt. That's only because I use the Apollo Twin X. Whatever your USB audio interface is, that's the one you want to select. Next, the buffer length. This is really important. You want to make sure that the buffer length is at 128 samples or 3 milliseconds or lower. The 128 samples is that sweet spot when it comes to recording. There's just a slight latency, but you're not really going to hear a big difference. Just keep in mind that when you increase the buffer length, you're going to increase the amount of time that it's going to render. So when you're recording a song and the buffer length is way up there, let's say it's, 65 milliseconds, whatever it is. When you press play, it's going to take a while for it to start. It's going to render everything in your playlist within FL Studio. So when you start recording your vocals on your microphone, it's going to pick it up, but you're going to have to nudge those vocals over to match the beat. That's the only troubling part. So you're going to want to make sure right away that the buffer length is going to be at 128 samples or 3 milliseconds right from the get-go. Let's go ahead and look at the mixer channel now. Once you have that at 128 samples or 3 milliseconds, you're just going to want to turn off every effect in the mixer channel. So let's go ahead and turn off all these effects here. The reason why you want to disable the effects is so this CPU load up here, when you see this, mine says it's at 2, which is very low. The lowest it can go is 0. So 2 is really good. The lower CPU, the less that your computer has to work, which makes recording vocals the #1 priority. So let's say you have a beat in there, which I don't have a beat right now, but we can just label this beat. You just got to pretend that this is going to be your beat. Underneath it is going to be your recording mic. So let's just say recording. The moment you press play, once you press record and press play, it's only going to record your vocals under that beat. And your CPU stays low, which means that it's not going to adjust the vocals. It's not going to push the vocals over to the right. You don't have to nudge them to the left to match it up with the beat or anything. It's going to record them in place. Make sure that it's 128 samples, 3 milliseconds, and all the effects are turned off. Then you get to record your vocals. I know that's a big workaround, but FL Studio isn't necessarily made for recording vocals yet. FL Studio, if you're listening, please update this. Pretty please. Thank you. So moving on to tip number 2, we're going to be talking about pre and post recording. This is not really talked about in FL Studio, but it's actually a really powerful tool. Let's go ahead and open the mixer channel. And we are going to just select number 2 for insert 2. It doesn't matter. Any insert, you're going to see this in the upper right corner above the FX slots. There's a pre and post direct input recording option. So if you click it, it says pre, and if you click it again, it says post. Let's go ahead and load some presets. If you guys are unaware, I do have vocal presets available on my website. Go ahead and check them out. The link is below. I'm gonna go ahead and open my Justin Bieber vocal preset and drag it in to slot 3. The nice thing about FL Studio that I love is I can fill all these slots with their stock plugins, and my CPU is still at 4. Their plugins don't take up a lot of CPU. So let's say that we have a beat and you want to record, we can use pre and post channels to determine what we want to record in the playlist. So let's start with pre. Let's select a spot in the playlist that I want to start recording. I'm going to press the record button. And if you guys don't know how to record your vocals in FL Studio, I have a couple videos showing you how to do that, so make sure you check that out. I'm gonna select mono input 1. Now you can hear that these plugins work, and I got the picture on. Let me turn the picture off. It obviously sounds like they're working. So let's record. So we're gonna keep this in pre. The main vocals are selected. We got this record arm on. We're gonna go ahead and turn this one off so it only records the main vocals. And I'm gonna go ahead and press spacebar. Yo, what's up guys? This is Key. As you can see, it's recording my vocals, and you can hear that the effects are applied. We're gonna go ahead and turn off the effects so you guys can hear that the effects weren't applied to my vocals since the direct input recording was set to pre. So let's go ahead and listen back. Yo, what's up guys? This is Key. As you can see, it's recording my vocals. And let's turn them back on. Yo, what's up guys? This is Key. As you can see, it's recording my vocals. So you can see that it worked really well. But let's say that you wanna record the vocals wet instead of dry. All you gotta do is select post. And then once I record again, so we can turn this one off. Let's go ahead and enable the effects again. Let's make sure that the arm disc recording is turned on. Let's select the mono input again. All right, guys, you can hear it, and we got it in post. So let's press record again. It's gonna count down. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Key again. As you can see, it's recording my vocals. Everything is spot on with the effects. So when we double click the second recording, you're gonna see that it's tracked out to 0. Actually, it's tracked out to nothing. So this isn't gonna be tracked to anything in the mixer channel. So when I press play and I have the effects turned off, you can see I turn the effects off. When I press play, you're gonna see that the effects were applied to the vocal recording. So let's hear it. Yo, what's up guys? It's Key again. As you can see, it's recording my vocals. Everything is spot on with the effects. There you go. This is nice just for different options that you could choose from when it comes to editing your vocals in post. We're gonna be moving on to the third tip, and that is going to be loop recording. Now that we got the vocals all set up and ready to record, all you have to do now is simply turn on loop recording in the upper right-hand corner up here. Just make sure it's highlighted and it's enabled. And once it's enabled, the cool part about this is you can right-click, highlight a portion in the beat that you want to loop record. You can see that the effects are on now. So we are gonna loop record. All you gotta do now is just press play. It's gonna count down. Hey everybody, Key here. I'm gonna wait until this loops. Hey everybody, Key here again. Let's go ahead and wait until it loops again. And it looped, and it keeps recording and recording and recording. So let's turn this off here. Not only did it record the first one, mute it, and then move on to the second one, but it put it in a group. So you can close and open that group, and then once you're ready to select the one that you want, all you gotta do is go up to this mute tool and unmute the one that you like. And of course we can play it back. And it looped, and it keeps recording. And that was obviously in post. I'm gonna switch it back to pre. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you learned a lot. If you did learn something, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want more of these tutorials, let me know as well. Please make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you guys for your time. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.